Good morning, dears. Welcome back to English class. Hope you are healthy, happy, and safe at home. Dears, in the last class we have gone through the summary of our second chapter after 20 years. Today, let's have a look on the chapter again through the textbook. All of you get ready with your textbook. Take page number 14, chapter 2 after 20 years. So in the last class we have gone to the summary and we have understood that it is the story of friendship, especially about two friends who have met after 20 years. They were childhood friends. They were not only friends, they were just like brothers. Children, shall I ask you one question? Do you remember your first friend that you ever made? Are you still in touch with him or with her? Have you grown up together? Has your friend changed? We all like our friends a lot. They support us, they criticize us. Of course, they criticize us. A best friend definitely will lead you through the correct path. Okay. Anyway, dears, let's have a look on the friends here in our story. They were childhood friends. Now they have grown up and they are going to meet each other after 20 years. In the same place they have departed. Let's read the first paragraph, page number 14, chapter 2 after 20 years. The policeman on the beat twirled his club as he walked along the street. With his stalwart form and slight swagger, he often stopped to check if the doors were properly locked as he kept a watchful eye on the peaceful road. There were few people on the road, though it was barely 10 o'clock at night. The area was one that kept early hours, though now and then you might see the light of a store. Most of the doors were closed. Here, please note down the word meanings of beat, stalwart, and swagger. Here in the first paragraph, you got an introduction to Jimmy Wells, who is a policeman, and it shows how confidently he is walking through the night through a peaceful road at 10 o'clock at night. He is doing his night patrol and he could see most of the stores were closed there. Suddenly he could notice something. Okay, it's time for you to read and understand the rest of the part. Okay, try to read yourself. Now I would like to give you the gist of the story. Suddenly he saw a man leaning against the doorway of a darkened hardware store, and this policeman, who is Jimmy Wells, walked up to him, and the man spoke up quickly to the policeman. Suddenly he replied that he was just waiting for his friend. He declared that it was an appointment made 20 years ago. He introduced himself as Bob and he shares a story of friendship to this policeman. In page number 15, in the second paragraph, he clears why did he separate from his best friend 20 years ago. Both Bob and his friend were raised there in New York, just like two brothers. He was 18 then and Jimmy was 20, and he decided to go to West to make his fortune, but Jimmy was not ready to go with him. That's why they have to separate each other. But they agreed that night that they would meet there exactly 20 years from that date and time, no matter what their conditions might be or from what distance they might have to come. And he added to the policeman that it was the same day that they have parted each other. That is why he came here in that night, and he was so eager to meet his childhood friend. Now let's move on to page number 16. There we can see the policeman is asking a lot of questions to this Bob about their contact after their departure, and the policeman also noted that the Bob has some rich appearances. He has a handsome watch with lids which were set with small diamonds. The policeman asked him about it, and he boasts himself as if that he could make it from the West due to his fixed routine and hard work. After some time, the policeman left by wishing him all the very best. On the way, he is asking how long would he wait for his friend. Then Bob replied that he would give him half an hour more. Then he bid goodbye. After some time, about 20 minutes later, there comes a tall man in a long overcoat with a collar turned up to his ears, hurried across from the opposite side of the street. He went directly to this Bob, who is eagerly waiting for his childhood friend. The man who came there introduced himself as Jimmy Wells, and they had a wonderful conversation there. We are in page number 70 now. Here we can see that they were talking about 20 years old restaurant, etc. And the man who introduced himself as Jimmy Wells is asking about West and his fortune. And Bob replied that West has given him everything he had asked for. Jimmy Wells cleared that he has a position in one of the city department, and the two men were started walking arm in arm. While they were walking, the man from the West, that is Bob, basking in the glory of his success, was beginning to outline the history of his career, and the other one, who claimed as Jimmy Wells, was listening with interest. Both of them walking through the street at the same time they are talking too. At a point, they have reached a medical shop. Okay, when they came into its glare means strong or harsh light. Underline that. Their friends turned to look at each other because they could see their faces each other. And the man from the West, that is Bob, stopped and shocked suddenly and freed his arm from the other man who claimed as Jimmy Wells. Page number 18, we are moving on to the climax of the story. Out of shock, Bob declared that you are not Jimmy Wells. He snapped. 20 years is a long time, but not long enough to change a man's nose from a Roman to a pug. Then comes the reply of the tall man. Of course, it sometimes changes a good man into a bad one. The tone of the man who claimed as Jimmy Wells has changed now. He declared, you have been under arrest for 10 minutes, Silky Bob. Actually, this name, Silky Bob, is a nickname of the man from the West. Okay. Silky Bob is the name of a wanted criminal wanted by Chicago police. That is why he was declared as arrested. And then the tall man who claimed as Jimmy Wells have given him a note. The man from the West unfolded the little piece of paper. His hand was steady when he began to read, but it trembled a little by the time he finished reading. The note was rather short. It suggested like this. Bob, I was at the apartment place on time when you shifted and the dim light fell on you. I saw it was the face of the man wanted in Chicago. Somehow I couldn't do it myself, so I went around and got a plainclothes man to do the job. Jimmy. Yeah, it was a note from the actual Jimmy Wells, who was the policeman on the beat. And he was the same policeman that he had met in the beginning and with whom he had shared all the stories of his friendship. So at this moment, Bob has understood that the first policeman that he had met at the street was actually his childhood friend Jimmy Wells. But through this note, it was clear for him that why he didn't reveal his identity and why he didn't arrest him. Because Jimmy doesn't want to arrest his childhood friend. And he also understood that his childhood friend is now a wanted criminal. That is why, without arresting him, without revealing his identity, he turned back or he gone back. There ends our story. Let's have a look on the comprehension here. Section A you have already done in the last class. It was rearranging the sentence in the order of the events that took place in the story. Okay, I hope you have done and submitted on time. And let's move on to section B. Section B. Read these lines from the text and answer the questions. Question number 1. It's all right, officer, he said reassuringly. I'm just waiting for a friend. Where was he at this time? So first we have to identify who is and where was he. That also you have to identify. First you have to identify the person, and second you have to write who is this he, where he is standing. Okay. And the second one, what did he tell the officer about his friend? So first you have to identify who is he. Okay, then you have to tell what was he tell the officer about his friend. So who is his friend, who is he, all those things we have to identify from the story. Then identify the what was he doing and what was he sharing about his friend. Okay, that will comes as the answer. And second question, you are not Jimmy Wells. Why did the speaker say this? So first you have to identify who is the speaker of these lines. Okay, it's there in the last part of the story. And second question is, who was the listener? So who is the person who was listening to this comment? Okay, listener means who was listening to this comment. Okay, why did he pretend to be Jimmy Wells? So why did this listener pretend to be acted to be Jimmy Wells? The reason of pretension also you have to clear. The listener was actually pretending as Jimmy Wells. So what was his intention? That is comes as the answer here. Now third question, what was written in the note that listener gave to the speaker? Yeah, this listener handed over a note to this speaker. Okay, so listener hand over a note to the speaker. So first you have to identify who is the speaker, who is the listener of these lines, and what is the purpose of his change of role, and what was written in the note. Okay, all these are very easy questions, but you should read the textbook, then only you will be able to identify these answers. Okay, if you have any more doubts, please try to contact me through WhatsApp. Now let's move on to section C, answer in detail. Question number 1, what do we get to know about the policeman on the beat? Here you have to identify from the first paragraph what is the idea we will get or we would get about this policeman on the beat. Okay, so about his appearance, about his duty mind, all those things you have to write it in your own words. What an idea you have got from this about this policeman from the first paragraph you have to write here as the answer. What idea you have got about this policeman on the beat? From the first paragraph itself you will get a rough idea about this man. So that idea in your own words you have to write it as an answer here. Okay, for question number 1. What do we get to know about the policeman on the beat? Here they mean about his character, about his duty mind, all those things. Okay, now question number 2, describe his surroundings. Here this his is about the policeman. Okay, the first policeman, describe his surroundings. So while he is introducing in the story what is his surroundings, so you have to describe. For that also you have to read the story. The beginning of the story gives a description that you have to read and you have to make it into an answer. Okay, now question number 3, why was the man standing at the doorway of the hardware store? Yeah, here comes the third question, why was the man standing at the doorway of the hardware store? Here the man is the man from the west. So first identify who is the man from the west and why did he standing at the doorway of the hardware store. What is the purpose of standing there? That you have to write as the answer for third question. Now question number 4, what did the tall man in the coat and Bob talk about? Yeah, here we have a tall man. First we have to identify who is tall man. Okay, so what did the tall man in the coat and Bob talk about? They were talking about something. So first you have to identify who is the tall man and what both of them, both Bob and tall man were talking about something. So what was that? That you have to given as the answer here. Okay, so for that you have to identify who is tall man. Okay, now next one, question number 5, Why did Bob's hand tremble as he finished reading the note? Yeah, from the story, from the climax of the story, we could get an idea that while he started reading, it was steady, but then it began to tremble. So, why his hand trembled as he finished reading the note? So that means he could get an idea about something from that note. So that you have to clear here as an answer. What was there in the note? What he could read from the note? That thing made him tremble his hand. That is the answer. Clear? So section B and section C is homework for you. If you have any more doubts, if you have any doubts about the answer, please contact me and try to clear that part and try to find out the answers by yourself and complete your homework and submit it on time. Okay. Now there is section D and section E is there. Section E is here, know your values of the story. In this story, we learn how important their friendship was to Bob and Jimmy. Okay. Here they are sharing the value of friendship and also duty, and a lot of values are coming in this story that you can get from the story itself. And section D is also asking about your opinion. Did Jimmy Wells do the correct thing by having his old friend arrested? If yes, give your reason. If you think that it's not fair, then also you have to give your reason. Okay, it's a justifying question. You have to think and answer. So section D and section A is not compulsory for you to answer in the notebook, but you try to do as a supplementary work. Okay, you have 3 homeworks. Read the textbook very well and try to clear the story, try to clear all the doubts, try to understand the story in detail. Then move on to section B and section C. Section B, you have to identify the persons and the comments. You have to identify where it comes, what it is all about, that you have to identify and then answer. And section C, answer in detail. That also, if there is any doubt, please contact me and clear that doubt and try to answer in your own words. Okay, do not depend on your friends, do not depend on any guides, do not depend on any other people. Try to clear by reading by yourself, and if there is doubts, try to contact me through WhatsApp, through voice clip. You have to answer these questions in your own words. Okay, you just don't worry about the mistakes and grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes, whatever it is, just don't worry, but still you have to try in your own language. Clear? All the very best. Let's meet in the next class. Thank you.